Hmm. Well, hello again, everybody. How you doing? Of course, it's almost 11 p.m. out here in the east side of the United States. Guardians, of course, won today. That's nice. Of course, I streamed the game. Anybody checking in? You were in that stream. How you doing? What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians live stream. Sup, Daniel? Always good to see you in the chat as always. But yeah, got a very special stream for you guys. So as you can tell, the facade of Progressive Field has returned, which means I'm on OBS. For those who didn't know, well, for the last, I'd say, couple weeks, up until, what, about a week ago, I didn't have OBS because my computer, for which I use OBS on, needed a new hard drive. Because, backstory, it kept freezing and crashing, and then eventually it just would not connect to the internet. Took it in to get looked at, possibly get fixed. They found out, oh, it needs a new hard drive. So, yeah, got a new hard drive in this sucker, and the Wi Fi situation was resolved. Now, OBS wants to be evil and not let me sign into my account. So I have to do this the old fashioned way. Essentially, using a stream key. God, it gives me flashbacks to when I used regular OBS. And I'd have to copy and paste the stream key every time I wanted to stream. Oh my god. Hopefully OBS gets that resolved. I think they might be updating something. Usually when something goes wrong, that means they're fixing something. Because I tried to sign in to my YouTube account and it wouldn't do anything. I tried Twitter, TikTok. The only one I can get on, ironically enough, was Facebook. And I don't have a Facebook for my YouTube. I do have a personal Facebook that I don't use anymore. But yeah, Zach Plays that gave up a couple runs. Oh my god, that dude's still in the freaking league. What the hell? I was legit like a week ago old, pretty much, when I heard that Zach Plazak was still in the league. I legit did not know he was in the league still until I looked at the Angels Brewers game from like a week ago because Dashy was going at it with a Brewers fan in his chat, just hanging out in Ohio Game Talks chat, just being funny. And yeah, Zach Plazak still in the league. Yeah, I knew the Reds were going to lose, Karam. Come on now. They couldn't come back against Boston. Hell no. Us beating Boston isn't for anybody. It isn't for everybody. Oh my god, did he just say, oh, I thought he hit another tank. Brad. You see this? You see the title of this stream? This is not a Reds or Dashy Roast stream. Now, I'm going to be talking about a trade article that was posted today by Mark Feinsand. Now, of course, going into the trade deadline, we know what the Guardians need. They need pitching, starting pitching, like bad. I know people are going to say, but crazy dog, look what Cookie did against. I mean, really? You're going to look at what Cookie did, right? I mean, yeah, Cookie was good, right? Against the Blue Jays. Ooh, the Blue Jays. Can he keep that up? Or is that just a one off? Right? We still need pitching. You can't trust Tristan McKenzie's arm to stay intact for long. I hope it's just a mechanic thing with him. Even then, you can't trust him to go long in the games at all. The only pitchers you can truly trust to go in and shove these days are Tanner Bybee and, ironically enough, Ben Lively. And even he's been getting beat up a bit. Like, teams are starting to get on him a little bit. Tanner's like truly the one guy that we can trust every game to go out there and shove. Max said it himself. The pitching isn't great. Yeah. Now, I did a little peek at this article. Yeah, I don't get it. So I actually saw another YouTuber doing a review of this article, Jim Riley with Ballcap Sports. I doubt he's watching this, but if you are, shout out to you. Gave me this idea. Give my opinions on this article from Mark Feinsand. So, that being said, heading into this article, you may be like, where's the Guardians at in the standings? Well, we're 7.5 games ahead of second place in the AL Central. We're 22 games above 500. We're damn near at 50 wins. In fact, we're the second best team. Well, third, I guess. Yeah, third. Clearly behind Baltimore, who we ironically play next. We didn't face Corbin Burns either. Yeah, thank God. That dude would have probably turned us in the mush. But we got to face Povich. We got to face, who else? Rodriguez. Yeah. And then Urban, I think it is. So I think we'll be fine. But yeah, we are starting to pull away a little bit in the AL Central. And we're about a month away from the trade deadline. Trades aren't going to happen now because teams aren't going to make trades now unless they're absolutely desperate. Now, if the Guardians pitching starts literally just crumbling, like guys start going down like left and right to injury, knock on wood, which I hope does not happen, of course, then I think we have to be making moves because we don't have enough in the farm right now. Gavin Williams is on his like 6th rehab assignment. Joey Cantillo is still a little ways away, I think, from really being something. I don't even know if they even really think of him as an option right now. Gavin will be back soon, though. Maybe even by, I'm going to say by middle of July he'll be back. Because I don't know how many more rehab assignments he'll have. God, this is like his 6th rehab assignment. Damn. All right. Oh my God, it's Hart Jones again. Daddy. Whoa. Yep, Rangers play them after y'all. Yep. That'll be fun for them. Rangers and O's. That'll be a great matchup. So with that being said, I'm actually going to pull up Fangraphs too. But I'm going to do it like this so I don't have to worry about it interfering in the stream itself. Because the Guardians were indeed mentioned in this article, by the way. I wouldn't do this article review if the Guardians weren't mentioned. So with that being said, let's take a look at this lovely article that Mr. Mark Feinsand posted, shall we? So as you can see, the first name mentioned was Tyler Anderson. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. There. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I'm going to move myself over here a little bit. Let me do this. That's perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so we got Tyler Anderson. Potential fits: Astros, Cardinals, Red Sox. Okay. It's a little bit of fun. It's a little bit of fun. Let's look up the Astros. Okay. See what their pitching looks like. By the way, their pitching is ravaged. God. We thought our pitching situation was bad. Theirs is, oh God. They'd kill to be in our situation, I bet. It's not that their pitchers stink. They're all hurt. This is their rotation. Okay. Ronel Blanco, Framber Valdez, Hunter Brown, Spencer Arrighetti. Yeah. They had Bloss start their last game. You look at the injury. Wait, no way he got hurt. And he got hurt. Oh my God. Shoulder discomfort. Dude, they can't avoid the injury bug at all. But they have Luis Garcia out, Tommy John. Christian Javier, Tommy John. By the way, Luis Garcia had it last year. So he'll be back probably by, like, I don't even know when. Probably by next year. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Christian Javier, Tommy John. Lance McCullers. Come on. Jose Urquidy, Tommy John. Justin Verlander, neck discomfort. Even their bullpen has had injuries. Kendall Graveman, Penn Murphy, Oliver Ortega, and Bennett Sousa. All injured. Wow, that's tough. Now, Tyler Anderson would walk in that building and be their best pitcher right now. If you put Tyler with Blanco, Valdez, Hunter Brown, and Arrighetti, or Verlander, that's a W rotation. Legit. Now, let's take a look at the Cardinals, okay? But I think they would benefit the most. But now, St. Louis, their rotation isn't really bad. It's just a mishmash of guys. I don't even know if they're going to be true buyers, though, right? And by the way, we'll look at the standings, too. Let's pull up the standings. Just so we can see like where these teams are. And I'm going to be doing this for every team, too, by the way. For every guy. So this is going to be a long one. Hope you're ready. 4-1 Dodgers. That's tough. Freaking Angels are ass. That's tough. So yeah, the Astros, despite the fact that their pitching is literally mostly in the ICU, in the local hospital, they're giving that surgeon a workout. The trainers are getting a workout. Still 7 games out of first place, so you know they're going to make a move. If they're in that spot, within striking distance of the Mariners, you know they're going to make a move. They have to. They might sell a little bit. Maybe they sell to add, right? I don't know what the heck they would sell, but maybe they sell to add something. They've won 4 in a row. By the time July 30th comes around, they could be within like 5 games of first place. Or they could fall off a cliff and they're 5 games out of first place. They've won 2 in a row against the Giants. And you look at their rotation. I mean, they're all healthy, but they're old as hell. The youngest in their rotation all belong in a retirement home, damn near. Sonny Gray, 34, almost 35. Lance Old Ass Lynn, 37. Kyle Gibson, damn near. Wait, why is my thing frozen? Hang on, I gotta check something real quick, guys. Hang on. Gotta make sure we're still cooking. Oh, okay, I think we're good. Guardians magic number is 42. It's possible. Curry! Yeah. Believe. No, Art Jones. It's believe. You just got to believe. But again, guys, if you see my screen glitching out, it's not. It's because drop frames are just going off the rails. And that's OBS, like essentially mitigating that by changing the bitrate. So that's what's going on. It'll usually clear up after a while. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the trades. Oh, that's my YouTube. There's the trades. So yeah, I think when it comes to Tyler Anderson, Astros for me. I think it'll be the Astros because they're legit in the hunt for the division. Red Sox though could be number 2 for me. Moving on, we have Miguel Andujar, Braves, Pirates, and Twins. All right, so Braves, they are right now 7 back of the Phillies for in second place, 4.5 up in the wild card. So they'd be in the wild card right now. Now who is it? The Braves, Pirates, and Twins. Yeah, Pirates. They're in third. They're 6.5 back of the division. Game and a half behind St. Louis, and 1.5 back in the wild card. They're actually only 2 games under 500 too. That division's a mess. Like it straight up is. And then the Twins, of course, they're fighting with us. They're 7.5 back of the Guardians. Now, much like we did with pitching, let's take a look at the outfield situations for these 3 teams. Starting off with, let's go with the Twins for obvious reasons. Now, outfield, all right, let's take a look here. All right. Starting outfielders right now, it's what, left field? Yeah, left field. Their left fielder right now is Austin Martin, the rookie. They do have Manuel Margot on the bench. So Miguel Andujar would be a good option for them, I think. Especially over a rookie. I don't know if they would do that because Austin Martin's a highly touted rookie. And it looks like he can play multiple positions. He played center field, second base, left, versatile. Look like they can finish with up 82 or 85 wins this year in Kansas City. I'm not really surprised about Kansas City kind of falling off. Now, what does the Pirates have? Where are they at? There they are. Pirates. No, it's itching like crazy, man. God. All right, so God, my nose. I think it's damn. Their left field situation. They have Brian Reynolds in left field. No, they got Brian Reynolds. They're not going to get him unless they play Andujar somewhere else. Because you could play him in center for Jack Suwinski. You could play him in right for Connor Joe. I think if you're going to play him anywhere, it's probably like in right field, maybe, right? Or center. Because you're not going to move Reynolds unless you move Reynolds to center and you put Miguel in left. But again, I don't trust the Pirates to be really in it that long because you know how they are. The reputation precedes them. If they can stay up for another month, they could make this kind of move. Twins, like I said, I just went over Austin Martin. But now that I think about it, what do they have at the other outfield spots? I mean, Max Kepler has been in right field pretty much his entire career. That's his spot. And center field is Byron Buxton. You're not going to move Byron unless you play him DH. I mean, maybe Andujar goes in there and it'd be like a depth guy because your depth outfielder is Manuel Margot. Honestly, I'd probably take Andujar over Margot, but that's just me. Yeah, that's just me. That's what... And then the third team that was mentioned, the Braves. Now that's an interesting one because the Braves are also in their fight for the division. They just had Acuna go down. They brought in Ramon Laureano to fix the need for now. We all know that's just a for now. Ron Washington's probably thinking, why the hell did I take this job? Now, for the Braves, obviously, their outfield is pretty good. Adam Duvall's in right. Forrest Wall is in left. Jared Kelenick's in center. They could use Miguel Andujar, I think. Yeah, I think when you look at it, Braves need Andujar more than the other two. Big time. My God, the outfield looks like ass. Kelenic, Forrest Wall, who's the only he's a rookie left fielder. Yeah, they need someone better than Forrest Wall. He was in AAA earlier, a couple days ago. Yeah, they need someone better. They could use an Andujar. Miguel Andujar. I say Braves. If I had to make my prediction. Next, we have Garrett Crochet. Guardians fans have been dreaming of us getting Crochet the last couple weeks, but they have Brewers, Dodgers, and Orioles as the three teams to look out for. I get it because he doesn't think the Guardians would make a trade or the White Sox wouldn't trade him in division. No. Now you're probably thinking, why not? Why wouldn't they do it? Contract. I mean, if he only had 1 year left, I'm sure they'd stomach it. They don't want to face him the next couple years. Luis Severino. Well, he's not in the article. I'm only talking about this article. But yeah, Derpy, the reason why my stream is all blotchy is because OBS is mitigating the drop frames that are just jutting out from my stream right now. Okay, let's do that. Whoops. I was trying to look at the spot track, but it obviously didn't want to show up. Taylor Ward. That's who I really want. I'll name my trade targets at a later date when we actually get some good stuff. I'll probably do a video next week talking about it. You know what? Screw Spot Track. Screw it. I hate how slow this damn thing can be. So, starting pitchers, they mentioned the Brewers, Dodgers, and Orioles for him. Okay. So, let's take a look at the Brew Crew, shall we? The Brew Crew. All right. So, their starting rotation, obviously, Woodruff is still there. He's injured. He's out for the year, though. Freddie Peralta, Bryce Wilson, Colin Rea, Carlos Rodriguez, and Tobias Myers. Right away, they look like a legit option for him. But you know the White Sox would want an arm and a leg for him. Would they be willing to give up what it takes to get Crochet? To win a playoff series, maybe make a World Series run? I think they'd be more than happy to. Now, Baltimore, they're in an interesting spot, right? They are in a very interesting spot because they're right up there with the Yankees, and they're the only team that has really been able to smack the Yankees around in the AL East right now. They smacked them around that last series, and they can score a lot too. Their pitching rotation is actually very solid. Burns, Suarez, Povich, Irvin, and Rodriguez. Do they really need a Garrett Crochet? Not really. But honestly, wouldn't hurt to get him. Right? Wouldn't hurt. I mean, what do you have in terms of injuries? Bradish, done for the year. John Means, done for the year. Dean Kramer, he might be back. I don't know, though. And then Tyler Wells, UCL surgery. Probably done for the year. Yeah. So, they could probably use a Crochet. But not as bad, I think, as maybe the Braves. Or the Brewers, excuse me. The Dodgers, They would be the team to get him. Yeah. They are far and away leading their division. Nobody seems to really want to fight them for their division lately, so they're probably going to get whoever they want, right? Starting rotation, Glasnow, Paxton, and then you have Miller, Stone, and Knack. And you look at their rotation on the IL. Walker Buehler's back on the IL, but he'll be back soon, I'm sure. He had hip discomfort. Gonsolin, Kershaw, May, Sheehan, and Yamamoto. They're going to get two of those guys back at some point. Buehler will be back, I'm sure. Yamamoto, same thing. Kershaw should be back by the end of the year, I think. The other three, I don't know when they'll be back. So again, I think realistically, Crochet is probably going to be a Brewer or a Dodger, in my opinion, of those teams. Personally, I would love to see him as a Guardian, but I don't know. All right. So now let's move on to Paul DeYoung. All right, so we got Dodgers, Giants, and Guardians. All right, guys, I got to go do something real quick. I'll be right back, all right? Don't go nowhere. This is like a little commercial break. Just, yeah, think about Paul DeYoung. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of something real quick. Seeing Potter Young's name on here with the Guardians made my stomach turn. Had to go take care of some business. Back now. All right, so one thing I actually forgot to do was a little baseball reference and spot track combo. What I was doing, this actually works. This big ass computers. I could really just go all out with the production. So Paul DeYoung, Dodgers, Giants, and Guardians. So he's saying back to the Giants. That wouldn't be bad idea. I mean, let's take a look, shall we? So obviously the Dodgers and the Giants fighting tooth and nail in the West. Dodgers are first. Giants are fourth. Giants are just kind of meandering around. Are they actually trying to do something? All right. The Dodgers shortstop situation is kind of weird. Miguel Rojas is their current shortstop. Mookie Betts can play shortstop. So I don't think they really need DeYoung. Unless something bad happens to like Rojas and they just don't know if they want to put Betts back there. So I don't really think they're going to go after him. Now the Giants, on the other hand, would they want to bring him back? Let's take a look at his stats too. Paul DeYoung. And then pull up his. I think he's on a 1-year thing, so he'd be a rental. He wouldn't ruin anyone's timeline. But yeah, Giants. Their shortstop right now is Brett Wisely. I don't think they'd go and bring back DeYoung. I doubt it. Yeah, he's on a 1-year thing. He'll be a free agent after this year. So he could be a good band-aid for a team like the Dodgers. His stat: 18 home runs, a 237 batting average. Not bad. 29 runs, 29 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, an OPS plus of 110, OPS of 752, a 466 slug, and 287 on base percentage. So not too bad. But we need to know about his defense. Right? Because he's been slandered for that over the years. 7-1 Dodgers. Damn! Obviously, you see he's played with the Cardinals most of his career. 1 year with Toronto. 1 year with San Fran. And then, actually, he was with St. Louis. And then he was like all over the place last year. St. Louis, Toronto, and San Fran all last year. And then he ends up with Chicago White Sox this year. And he's actually having a pretty good year. I don't know about his defensive stats and stuff. Fielding, 7 field percentage. So I guess that's good. 69 games, 64 starts at short. Putouts and assists. Yeah. Divided by putouts, assists, and errors. So he's pretty good there. Yeah. Total zone. Okay. What about defensive runs saved? Do they have that on here or no? Because a lot of people want to know about that stuff. Right? They want defensive runs saved. I mean, they can't really find it on Spot Track. I mean, on Baseball Reference, of course. Oh, well. I'm sure it's not the worst. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the worst. Especially because look who's really bad out there. He'd be a good band-aid for a team. Now, the Guardians are an interesting one. Because we all see what the Guardians have at shortstop. Brian Rocchio and Gabriel Arias. right? Now they have been playing other guys there. I think they had like Schneemann there like one time, randomly. But the young, I would probably take him over both Arias and Rocchio. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably take him over both of those two. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think we're even going to be looking at him for the most part. So that's Paul DeYoung. I think in the end, he's probably going to be a Dodger because, of course, he would be. If he's not going to be a Dodger, Guardians wouldn't be a bad option if we want to go that route. Again, he wouldn't really mess at the timeline because he's only on a 1-year deal. So, yeah. Moving on, we got Elias Diaz, and oh look, it's the Guardians again. Catchers with Cubs and the Tigers. If the Guardians truly wanted another catcher, I think Elias Diaz would probably be the guy. Let me see here. Elias Diaz. Elias Diaz. Now, all you Hedges stands out there, you know, they would probably be so pissed if we made this move. They would be heated. But I mean, a 1.6 WAR wins against replacement. It's pretty good, I guess. 198 and 198 at bats, 60 hits, 5 home runs, a 303 batting average, 20 runs, 28 RBIs. So he can actually produce on offense, which would be nice for this team. You know, it'd be great to not have a black hole at catcher. And Bo's starting to hit well too. And you can play David Fry everywhere else. And again, I don't think, oh yeah, his arbitration stuff's all taken care of. So he doesn't have to worry about that. So, yeah, he's on the injured list right now, though. So I don't know when he'll be back. The Cubs, they just got Tomas Nido. They get rid of Yan Gomes. Honestly, for nostalgia, if I was going to go with a catcher, I'd go Yan Gomes. But nah, I think we'll be fine at catcher. I don't see it. I just don't. Cubs have Miguel Amaya and then Tomas Nido off the bench. I don't know. I mean, they might want a better option at catcher, but it's really hard to say. Depends on what they want from their catcher, I guess. And the Tigers, well, they have what? Carson Kelly and Rogers, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what they have at catcher. Yeah. Okay, so right now they have Carson Kelly and then Jake Rogers. So would they really want to go after? I mean, they're not going to be buyers anyway, so I don't think that'll happen. They're not going to buy. No. They're not going to bring in freaking Elias Diaz, who is, God, how old? 33 years old. Nah. Their fans would be like, why? Why? Play the young guys. What are we doing? Stop it. Stop pretending you're good. You're not. You're stink. I saw Tigers fans on social media before the season started talking about they had aspirations to win the Central. And yet they ended up right back where they were before. You hate to see that. So honestly, I think if the Guardians truly wanted another catcher, at least Diaz would be the type. But I don't know if we actually want another catcher. I think we like what we have already. We have bigger holes to fill. So I think of the 3 teams, I think the Cubs are going to be the team that would probably trade for him. If he gets traded at all, which I don't know if he will, especially on the injured list. So I'll say Cubs. Carlos Estevez, right-handed pitcher from the Angels, closer. Mariners, they have Munoz. I think just like that, the Royals will probably get him because the Mariners have Munoz. Unless they wanted to, make Munoz like a number like 1A at closer and bring in Estevez to be like a setup man. What's his contract? Uh, Munoz. Okay, Carlos Estevez. Take a look at his contract. This is the most important part for Estevez or Estevez. I think he's only on like what, a 1-2 year left or something like that. I don't know. Well, that loads up. Let's just see what else the Mariners have in their pen, because they have Munoz as their closer. That's their guy. But other than him, they could really use a guy like Estevez if they wanted to go that way. You have Stanek, Saucedo, Thornton, Voth, Bauman, Bizzardo, and Bolton. Now that I think about it, a 1-2 punch of Munoz and Estevez, that would go hard. Yep. And of course, Matt Brash, done for the year. Jackson Cower, done for the year. Gregory Santos, strained lateral, probably done for a while. Gabe Spire, strained rotator cuff. Ugh. So yeah, they could probably use a Carlos Estevez, now that I think about it. Looking at his contract, he's got, this is his last year. So again, he'd be a Band-Aid option. He'd be a good Band-Aid, or, just a good addition for a contending team like the Mariners. Yep. Kansas City, their bullpen stinks. So if they really want to try to compete with us and the Twins for the Central, or try to get in the wild card, they need to add. And this year, management showed that they are willing to do it. They went out and they made some moves. Looking at their bullpen, it stinks. I like to joke around saying, they stink. No, they really stink. My God. Sam Long, Carlos Hernandez, Will Smith, Nick Anderson, John Schreiber, Angel Zerpa, Chris Stratton, and James MacArthur. Stinks. It's like, what is that smell? They are bad. Guardians fans have the same sentiment as I do. If they're going to fail, it's going to be because of their bullpen. Their rotation is pretty good. Their lineup is solid, but their bullpen it reeks. Like, look what we did to them. Especially that game where they had a five-run lead. They blew it. And I tell you what, there's some lineups in the AL that would crush that bullpen. Like ours. Yeah. So yeah, adding Estevez would be huge for them. That should be priority number 1 up there for them. Getting a damn arm for the bullpen. Especially if you're trying to make a run at it. Now the Yankees, another team. Man, I think if this is legit, it could be Yankees versus Royals for Estevez. They need him as bad as Kansas City does. Their bullpen stinks for another reason. It's just it's like a mash of guys. Just random dudes picked up off the street. Right? I mean, I saw they picked up Tim Hill. They DFA'd Victor Gonzalez, Caleb Ferguson. Huh? Who? What? Like, look at this. Andres Gomez was just brought up. Phil Pickford. Tim Hill, Michael Tonkin, Caleb Ferguson, Tom Kahnle, who's actually been there for a while, Luke Weaver, and Clay Holmes. Man, talk about a mash unit. My God, it's just like a mishmash of. But JT Brubaker, Cody Poteet, and Clark Schmidt, they're also on the rotation. They're injured. But you look at their bullpen. Lou Trevino has been out for a year now. Jonathan Loizaga, elbow surgery. He's probably done for the year, I'm guessing. I don't know. Ian Hamilton, injured. Scott Efros should be back soon, I think, from what I hear. And Nick Birdie, hip inflammation. He's been out since May 23rd. So I don't know when he'll be back. So, yeah, they could probably use Estevez. I think if it comes down to those two teams, I think he'd probably be a good Tiger. Yeah. That's why I think at the end of the day, he's probably going to end up a Brave or a Tiger. All right, moving on, we have Luis Rengifo, Braves, Mariners, Twins, infielder. Braves, their infield is vastly different than the outfield situation. Let's take a look. Braves infield. Well, obviously they have Matt Olson at first base. You know, they have Arcia, I believe, at short. Third base is Austin Riley. So they didn't really have anywhere to really play him. You know, second base is Ozzy Albies. You're not going to move him anywhere. You have, like, literally Olson, Albies, Arcia, and Riley. Now, you could always get him to play the bench as a depth piece. And Hefo on the bench as a depth piece. You have Brian Anderson, Zach Short as your infield, outfield versatility guys. So I think right away, that would be their move right there. Rengifo on the bench as a depth guy. That would work. I think when it comes to, wanting playing time, I think the Twins would probably make sense too, unfortunately. Their infield's very interesting to watch, you know. Because let's see here. Infield, first base, Carlos Santana. Second base, Willie Castro. Third base, Royce Lewis. Shortstop, Carlos Correa. If you're going to play Rengifo anywhere, it's probably going to be second base, I'm guessing. And then you could always have him off the bench with like Jose Miranda, Kyle Farmer. I don't even know if they really even have a need for him. He'd be good. Mariners, I think, would make an interesting option here too. But again, would they want to make a trade with a rival? Let's see. Funny enough, I wasn't planning on doing this for every team. I was just going to do this for the Guardians, but I just got really into this. So, okay. First base. Second base, Dylan Moore. Third, Rojas. Short, JP. No, they're solid there. And those contract. I don't even know. He might have multiple years left. Let's see what they got to offer. What their bullpen looks like. And would they welcome a Tanner Scott again? Would the Marlins be willing to trade with a rival? Especially a player as good as Tanner Scott. Bullpen for them, Jose Ruiz, Spencer Turnbull. Interesting how you have Spencer Turnbull, who pitched a no-hitter like, 3 years ago? 2 years ago in the bullpen. Wow. Sir Anthony Dominguez, Orion Kerkering, Gregory Soto, Matt Strom, Jeff Hoffman, and Jose Alvarado. They could use the Tanner Scott. Yep, they could. They also have Dylan. Wait, Dylan Covey's still in the league? I did not know that. Wow, I did not know Dylan Covey was still in the league. Oh my god. Holy crap. That dude's been in the league a minute. God. I know he's only been in the league 3 years? Am I thinking of someone different? I think I'm thinking of someone different. I must be. Dylan Covey. What does that name ring a bell? I could have sworn. Oh, maybe that's because the original signing team was Oakland. Let's take a look at this guy real quick, because I'm curious. That name sounds fairly familiar. I could have sworn he played for the White Sox. Yeah, 2017. Why does it say 3 years service time? drafted by the Brewers in 2010 and the A's in 2013. Oh, that's why. Okay. Came up with Chicago. That's where I recognize him. Okay. Yeah. Came up with Chicago. He was a starter. Wasn't very good for the most part. I guess he was all right. Good at, eating innings and stuff. What was his? Oh yeah, he wasn't good at all. Oh my god. 0-7, 5-14, 1-8. Ugh. No wonder they put him in the bullpen. My dude stinks. I remember him now. Okay. All right. I remember him now. Drafted. Oh yeah, drafted by the White Sox from the A's in the 2016 Rule 5 draft. That's how he ended up in Chicago. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then he was signed as a free agent with the Rays in 2020, February 3rd, right before the league shut down. July 21st, signed to the Red Sox by the Rays. Signed as a free agent in 2023 by the Dodgers. And then he was selected off waivers May 20th by the Phillies. Okay, that's how it happened. All right. I was like, how did he end up on the freaking White Sox? But yeah, drafted by the White Sox in the Rule 5 draft. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, that clarified that. Yeah, they could use Tanner Scott, but again, I don't know if the Marlins would want to give Tanner Scott, especially. Oh yeah, Tanner's a free agent after this year, so another rental, another Band-Aid type. I think the Marlins wouldn't really care about who takes him because they're not going to have to face him after this year unless the Phillies keep him. We'll see though. But I think, looking at the three teams named, I think the Yankees would probably get him because that's going to be their top guy. I think they're going to win the bidding war for him, according to of the three teams, of course. Yeah, yeah, of the three teams, I'll say Yankees. Next, we have Andrew Vaughn, first baseman, Astros, Mariners, and Yankees. Rizzo just went down for the Yankees, so there's an opening. The Astros just got rid of Jose Abreu. Still can't believe. Never been happier. At first, I was like, oh, that's a bummer. But it's like, now that I saw how bad he is, it's like, yeah, I'm glad we didn't get him. But I mean, would he have been different here? I don't know. I have no idea. He could have been as bad. But I mean, getting to face your old team like 12 some plus times a year, that might have motivated him a little bit to go out. Because we ended up with we have Josh Naylor. You know? Who knows? But Andrew Vaughn, I think right away, Astros make a lot of sense. Mariners, I didn't think so, but you never know. Yankees, because they don't have Rizzo. We'll see how Ben Rice does, I guess. Or whatever, but they could be an option. Look at me stuttering like a mother trucker. What the heck? Word salad. Andrew Vaughn. He's going to be like Jake Berger, right? I'm going to be most likely streaming the trade deadline after the Guardians game. And this is going to be that trade where it's like, wait, they traded Andrew Vaughn? Wow. He's still got 2 years of arbitration left. He'll be a free agent in 2027. So whoever trades for him would have him for 2 years. Man, if we didn't have freaking Josh Naylor, I'd be like, but yeah, they're not going to trade him to a rival, especially because they'd have to face him for the next 2 years. That ain't going to work. He ain't going to come here. He would never come here. Hell no. I think the Astros make a lot of sense. Looking at the Astros first base situation. All right. Andrew Vaughn. Yeah, he's got a couple years left. So he's. Yep. Okay, this is the Tigers. I need the Astros. Why did I pick Tigers? What the heck? Give me the Astros. There we go. Okay. Oh man, gotta love this long ass stream, right? Yeah, we cooking. We cooking with gas though. So Astros first base, John Singleton, right away. Andrew Vaughn clears John Singleton. But would they want to go with a guy like Vaughn for 2 years? Maybe if Singleton stinks and they don't like what he's given, you could go get Andrew Vaughn. You know, if he's available, you can go get him. Right? Andrew Vaughn clears John Singleton. He'd make that lineup even more menacing. Right? Just my thought. But again, Yankees, they're going to be aggressive. This is the best team they've had in a couple years. And all they did was add Juan Soto for the most part. But yeah, no Anthony Rizzo. That's going to be a big hit. So yeah, looking at their first base, yeah, they have Ben Rice. They could go out and get Andrew Vaughn, and their lineup would be even nastier. I think it'll be down to those two, Astros or Yankees. Who wants him more? I think it'll be Yankees because they're going to win every bidding war. But Astros, I think actually the Astros get him. Yeah, I think the Astros end up with him if he gets dealt. My prediction. And that is it for this article. Yay, finally. Woo, we're done. Yeah. After what seemed like an hour, I'm finally done with this article. So, shout out to everybody who stayed through that whole thing. You guys are truly goats for real. But reading that article and only seeing the Guardians mentioned twice through the whole thing, and it's not for who you're thinking. No pitchers, no outfielders, at least the ones mentioned. Now, I think some names to look out for the Guardians. I'll do a video on July 1st. A video, not a stream, a video talking about like potential options for the Guardians heading into the trade deadline if we haven't made any trades by then. Because I'm sure by July 1st, things are going to really start popping off. After July 1st, things are going to go crazy. But you guys can already assume some names that are gonna be on there just by how I've been talking about them. Obviously, my guy Derpy mentioned one name, Taylor Ward. He's gonna be on there for outfielder. Severino would be an option for pitcher. How about the guy we just watched yesterday cook the freaking Cubs, Jose Quintana? That would be so weird because he was an opponent for so long. He was a rival for the majority of his career. You put him in the Guardians pitching lab, and oh my god, son. Oh my god, brother. Oh my god, brother. That would be nuts. Bro, you put him in the Guardians pitching lab? Seriously. You get Severino or Quintana. I was going to say Jesus Luzardo, but he's hurt, of course. So I don't know if he'll be dealt. But man, oh man. Jose Quintana would be cool. Severino or even Sean Manaea. There's going to be some names that are going to come up. I cannot wait, man. That's going to be fun. So, but yeah, this is going to be fun. I think the Guardians will go hard after pitching, obviously, and maybe an outfield or infield bat. DeYoung wouldn't be bad. I think DeYoung makes some sense because he's a rental, wouldn't cost much, I'm sure, and he wouldn't really affect the timeline. You only get him though if you're damn sure Rocchio and Arias aren't what you thought they were. If they stink, which with the bat they kind of stink, but with the glove they're pretty good. Not gonna lie. DeYoung is pretty good with the bat. I just don't know about that glove. But you put him on an infield with two really good Gold Glove winners and Josh Naylor, who's solid at first base. That would make things fun. That really would. So that's really all I got, guys. Shout out to everyone who came through for the whole entire stream. We had fun. I had fun. Hope you had fun. And I will see you all, well, probably Monday for Guardians O's. So until then, let's go Guardians. Let's get that sweep tomorrow, right? I wouldn't be mad if we lost because we already won the series. So, why not? I wouldn't be mad, especially because it's Tristan McKenzie. But maybe since Cookie cooked, maybe Tristan can cook too. Think good thoughts. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I will see you all Monday for Guards and O's. And then we'll go from there. Of course, I'll be doing some videos all throughout the next week or so talking about trade and free agent rumors for the NBA and the NHL because free agency is coming up in literally about a week. A week from tomorrow officially. Actually, yeah, a week from tomorrow officially is the start of free agency. Monday the 1st of July. And then a month from next Sunday. And the MLB trade deadline. A month away. For some reason, they have it on July 30th. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a video actually next Sunday. I'll do a video next Sunday. 1 month away. We'll talk about who we could possibly go after. Maybe some rumors come out. Maybe we get one of those classic Guardians have been in contact with insert player, insert team here about insert player. We love those tweets, right? Especially from Jeff Passan or Ken Rosenthal. You see those tweets pop up and it gets you going. If I see a tweet from Ken or Jeff Passan talking about the Guardians have been in contact with, let's say, the White Sox for Garrett Crochet, I'd be like, Chris, are you going to do that? Huh? You're really going to do it, aren't you? You're really going for it, aren't you? That would make this fan base go crazy. Well, let me know what you guys think. If you're watching this on replay, which if you are, my God, you've spent the last hour listening to me ramble on. You're a goat. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you think the Guardians could go after. And I'll have a video out next week talking about some targets. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. I'll see you guys Monday for some baseball. And then we'll watch Game 7. I'm not going to stream it unless it goes to overtime. But we'll be back on Monday. So with that being said, go Guardians. Get the sweep or whatever. And see you guys later. I'll be live tomorrow, of course, for the recap stuff, as always. But yeah. Bye. Yeah.